Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss choosing your next hotel credit card. Now, hotel credit cards, in my opinion, are some of the best cards out there to choose because it is very easy for many of these cards to get yourself positive value just from having these cards in your wallet. If you compare hotel credit cards to airline credit cards, many of the more popular airlines such as like United and Delta, we actually end up looking at their credit cards. They're not very good earner cards. You can actually end up getting bank cards that can transfer points over to these airlines that can actually end up making more sense if you like to fly with the airline than actually getting the airline card themselves. But when you actually end up looking at hotel credit cards, if you like to frequently stay at a specific hotel, it can make a lot of sense to get the co-branded credit card that's connected with that hotel. Now, there are a lot of different hotel credit cards out there. I don't think that there's just one that will work out best for all people. So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna give a suggestion for a few different hotel credit cards for different people in different situations. And then hopefully by the end of the video, you can end up finding one that can end up being best to add into your wallet. So the first hotel credit card that I'm gonna recommend is going to be the World of Hyatt credit card. And this credit card I recommend to people who are newer to the points and miles game and also newer to traveling. And the reason why I recommend this card to newer people is because I believe it's very easy to get yourself positive value with having this card without needing to do very much work. Now, anyone who frequently watches this channel knows that I'm a big Hyatt fanboy. I'm a Hyatt globalist and I absolutely love staying at their hotels because you can end up getting yourself some great value for the points that are connected with their program. Now, when it comes to earning potential with the World of Hyatt credit card, you get yourself 4x back at Hyatt hotels, 2x back on transit, 2x back on flights booked directly with the airline, 2x back on gym memberships and fitness clubs, 2x back on dining, and then 1x back on all the purchases. Now, this card does have a $95 annual fee, but every single anniversary of having this card open, you're going to get yourself a free night award certificate that can be used at a category 1 to 4 Hyatt hotel stay. Plus, if you spend $15,000 on this card in a calendar year, you get yourself awarded another free night award certificate for a category 1 to 4. Now, these free night award certificates end up being quite valuable. Last year, I used mine to stay at the Grand Hyatt in Berlin, and the nights that I was staying there would have been close to $500 each night. So while this card does have a $95 annual fee, even if you don't end up spending the $15,000 to earn the second free night award certificate, you still end up getting to earn one. And if you can stay at a Hyatt hotel that ends up costing more than $100 a night, you're going to be getting yourself positive value just from having this card. Now, while the earning multipliers may seem lower on the World of Hyatt credit card, the thing about Hyatt points is that they're a lot stronger as compared to other hotel points out there. World of Hyatt points, think of them as being like British pounds, whereas other hotel points would be more like Mexican pesos or Turkish lira. I found that it's very easy to get yourself 2 cents per point in value when redeeming your World of Hyatt points without even needing to do much research. Now, I've got myself more than 2 cents per point in value with my World of Hyatt points, but I think that if you happen to be someone who's new to credit cards and just wants to get themselves good value for their credit card points and have an awesome card that's going to give themselves positive value year after year, then the World of Hyatt credit card, I believe, is going to be the best first option for a hotel credit card to add into your wallet. And also to note that the Hyatt credit card is a co-branded credit card of Chase, and since Chase has this 524 rule, it just makes a lot of sense to go with a Chase credit card early, just to make sure you don't get yourself locked out of the Chase ecosystem if you end up having more than 5 credit cards that you've ended up getting approved for over the last 24 months. Now, there is a first hotel credit card that I would recommend over the World of Hyatt credit card, but it all comes down to depending on when you're watching this video. And if you're watching this video before July 19th, then I would say check out the Hilton Surpass card, because this card actually has an elevated offer of not only giving you 130,000 Hilton Honors points after you're spending $2,000 in the first 3 months, but you're also gonna get yourself a free night award certificate, and Hilton Honors has the best free night award certificates out there. Because when you look at the Hyatt free night award certificates, it ends up being with a category 1 to 4, but with the Hilton certificate, you get to use it at the vast majority of Hilton properties as long as it ends up being a standard room available award. The Hilton certificates can end up being super valuable. You can use them at properties like the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives. I mean, this hotel ends up costing close to like $2,000 a night on average, so you can get yourself so much value from actually having these free night award certificates. Even if you don't want to go all the way over to the Maldives, there's many different properties just here in America, such as like the Beverly Hilton or the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills. They end up being close to like $1,000 a night. So while I may love the World of Hyatt credit card, I just know that the free night award certificate isn't on par with the free night award certificate you end up getting with the Hilton Honors program. Now, when it comes to earning potential for the Hilton Surpass card, you get yourself 12x back at Hilton properties, 6x back at gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores, and then 3x back on all the purchases. Now, this card does have a $95 annual fee, but you end up earning Hilton Gold status from having this card, and I would say that Hilton Gold status can definitely be worth more than $95. Additionally, with this card, you get yourself 10 access passes, 2 priority pass, and then also you can earn yourself another free night award certificate if you end up spending $15,000 on this card in a calendar year. So if you end up getting this card before July 19th and you end up spending $15,000 on this card before the end of the year, you can end up getting yourself 2 free night award certificates with the Hilton Honors Program. Now, the elevated offer on this card is going to be the fact that you end up getting yourself a free night award certificate just from hitting that minimum spend that typically isn't there with this card. But because that is there, this makes this card one of the best options for a hotel credit card to choose right now. However, if you're watching this video after July 19th, that means that that free night award certificate is no longer connected with the sign-up bonus. So if that free night award certificate isn't connected with the sign-up bonus, the only way you're gonna end up being able to earn it is by spending $15,000 on this card in a calendar year. And the big difference between this card and then also the World of Hyatt credit card is that with the World of Hyatt credit card, you're gonna get one just from having the card or after an anniversary. But with this card, you have to spend that $15,000. So with the Hyatt credit card, you have the ability to get yourself 2 after spending $15,000 because you have 1 from having the card. With this one, you're only gonna get yourself 1. Now, I would love to ask the question to people who are watching this video, if you happen to be someone who is frequently in the points and miles game, would you rather have 1 free night award certificate with the Hilton Honors Program, or would you rather have 2 World of Hyatt 1 to 4 category free night award certificates? My feeling is that I would rather have 2 1 to 4 category certificates with the World of Hyatt program, but I definitely could see a lot of people rather having just 1 Hilton Honors free night award certificate. But I'd love to know in the comments section down below, which one would you prefer? So those are gonna be my 2 hotel credit cards I recommend to people who are newer to traveling. But if you've been someone who is a frequent traveler and is looking to get themselves a new hotel credit card, then there's gonna be 2 awesome hotel credit cards out there that I think end up being super powered and maybe some of the best credit cards out there in the game. The first one's gonna end up being the Hilton Aspire card. Now, the Hilton Aspire card currently has a sign-up bonus of giving you 150,000 Hilton Honors points after you end up spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of having this card. When it comes to earn potential with this card, you get yourself 14x at Hilton properties, 7x on car rentals, airlines, and also restaurants, and then 3x back on all the purchases. Now, this card does have a $450 annual fee, but the reason why this card is so super powered is because there are so many different benefits and perks that connect to these cards that are easily worth more than $450. The first one is going to be that you're gonna get yourself that free night award certificate that I talked about that you can get with the Hilton Surpass card immediately as you actually end up getting this card. So right there, you already get yourself a ton of value from having that free night award certificate that can use at the vast majority of Hilton properties as long as you find a standard room available. Additionally, you get yourself a $250 Hilton Resorts credit, a $250 airline incidentals credit. Right there, if you take advantage of those 2 credits, you've already exceeded the value of the annual fee. But you also end up getting yourself Priority Pass and Hilton Diamond status, which is the top tier status with Hilton program. So while this card may have a $450 annual fee, I know people have gotten themselves near like $2,000 in value from barely even using this card outside of Hilton properties. This is the reason why this card ends up being super powered, because you can end up getting yourself some excellent value from this card if you can end up taking advantage of the different credits and perks that connected with it. The next super powered hotel credit card is going to be the Ritz Carlton card. And this card has a $450 annual fee, but just like the Hilton Aspire card, you can easily offset the annual fee with the credits and perks that are connected with this card. So this card gets you a $300 airline incidental credit, you get global entry and TSA pre-check, plus you also get yourself a full Priority Pass membership with access to Priority Pass restaurants. And also you're allowed to bring in unlimited guests with you into Priority Pass, so if you happen to have a large family, getting the Ritz Carlton card can end up being awesome use for your Priority Pass lounge access. And to top off all that, you get yourself a free night award certificate at a Marriott hotel for up to 85,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. So this is gonna end up being quite valuable, because if you end up valuing Marriott points somewhere near about 1 cent, maybe even like 0.9 cents per point in value, that means you're gonna end up getting yourself a hotel stay somewhere along the lines of like $800-ish a night. So if you've ever wanted to stay at a Ritz Carlton hotel, then getting yourself the Ritz Carlton card can end up definitely being a great way to be able to do that. Now, if you want to get the Ritz Carlton card, you can't just apply for it. You actually have to have a Marriott credit card connected with Chase first, and then after a year of having this card, you can actually product change up to getting yourself the Ritz Carlton card. So if you already happen to have a Marriott hotel credit card with Chase and you frequently stay at Marriott hotels, then I would highly recommend to upgrade to getting yourself the Ritz Carlton card, because it can definitely end up being an awesome card to give you a ton of value. And the final hotel credit card that I'm going to recommend is not going to be a secret hotel credit card, but it's going to be one that not many people talk about that can actually end up giving you quite a bit of value. This is going to end up being the Wyndham Business Earners Credit Card. Now, the reason why I'm recommending this card is because this ends up being another one of those cards that can easily end up giving you positive value if you can end up taking advantage of it, and there ends up being quite a bit of benefits you can end up getting from this card. Now, this card is a business card, so you will actually have to have a business to get approved for this card, but as I've said in many other videos, you don't need to have some large corporation to be considered to having a business. If you've actually been paid for some type of service, then that can be considered as a business to actually get yourself approved for this card. Now, when it comes to which benefits you're actually gonna get from this card, you're gonna get yourself Wyndham Diamond status. Now, Wyndham Diamond status may not actually seem like that big of a thing, but the good thing about Wyndham Diamond status is you can actually match that with other statuses in Vegas and get yourself a lot of value with things like Caesars Hotel and other programs out there. Now, this card does have a $95 annual fee, but each anniversary of having this card, you're gonna get yourself 15,000 Wyndham points. And Wyndham points are valued somewhere near about 0.9 cents to 1 cent per point in value, which means that you should be getting yourself more than $100 in value from getting these points, so it definitely ends up exceeding the annual fees cost. And the beautiful thing about these points you're gonna be getting with Wyndham is that it's not like a free night award certificate that ends up actually having an expiration date, usually about a year after you end up earning them. With these Wyndham points, they're just gonna go into your Wyndham account, which means that you can actually end up saving them and building them for a larger stay if that's actually what you wanna do with it. And while Wyndham hotels may not be something to rave about, Wyndham is actually partnered with Vacasa Vacations. If you end up looking at some of the Vacasa properties, they're actually quite nice. You can end up getting yourself some pretty decent rooms for 15,000 points. So if you happen to have a bigger family and you wanna stay at a multi-room property, then actually having these points to stay at a Vacasa property can actually end up giving you quite a bit of value. Now, this card is definitely not as popular as the other ones I've named on this list, but I would highly recommend at least check out some of the Vacasa properties because you might end up being surprised at some of the locations and value you can end up getting with your Wyndham points. But there you have it. Those are my recommendations for hotel credit cards to get. Now, if you happen to be someone who's new to traveling or is a frequent traveler, then I highly recommend getting yourself a hotel credit card because you can easily get yourself some great value from having these cards. If you ever want to stay at luxury hotels, the best way to be able to do that is by getting yourself a hotel credit card, racking up a bunch of points, and then seeing how you can end up redeeming them for these incredible stays. But let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions about hotel credit cards. If you happen to be interested in any hotel credit card, I will have referral links in the description box. If you decide to use them, they will really help out the channel, and I'll be incredibly thankful for your support. If you happen to really like this video, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace.